We call it Good Friday, but it was not a good death. It starts the night before in the garden with a prayer so heartfelt, so full of grief that the one praying, Jesus, sweats blood. In history, this extreme physical expression of grief has been most noted in people during times of great anguish, like those awaiting execution or soldiers about to go into battle. Then, early in the morning, Jesus is put on trial. A trial he knows will end with a death sentence. During the trial, he is spat on, blindfolded, and beaten. You see, when you're blindfolded, a beating causes a lot more damage. You can't see where the punches and strikes are coming from, so you can't brace yourself. You can't prepare for the pain. After the trial, Jesus is scourged. Scourged is the word because flogging doesn't do it justice. The whip is made of several leather thongs about 2 feet long with bone and metal shards woven in that tear at the flesh with each strike. The skin is torn open, exposing the muscle and bone to the sting of the air. A crown of thorns is placed upon his head, not only to cause more pain, but also to add to the humiliation. Beaten, bloody, thirsty, and barely able to breathe, he is taken to the place of crucifixion. Crucifixion was invented by the Persians in 400 BC, but it was the Romans who made it an excruciating art. He was stripped naked and laid on the ground, a wooden bar across his back. The nails were 9 inches long and placed between the small bones of the hand and the large bones of the forearm. This meant that no bones were broken or arteries severed. This ensured that the hands would stay in place and that he wouldn't bleed to death. But it does sever the median nerve, the largest nerve in the hand, causing unbearable pain. Once on the cross, his legs were placed at 45 degrees before his feet nailed. His weight would cause his shoulders, elbows, and wrists to all dislocate, stretching his arms. His ribs were placed into a position of perpetual inhalation, making it impossible to take in more air. Even the Romans thought this was too much, so they would give the victims a mixture of vinegar and wine to dull the pain. But Jesus refused. He would bear it all. Eventually, with no more strength and unable to breathe, Jesus died. It was finished. And we ask ourselves, why? Why would he endure so much grief? Why would he endure so much pain? We always hear that it's because he loves us, because he wants us to be free from sin and death, but are we really worth that much? Does God truly love us that much that he would live through this heartache and suffering? In this one act, his heart is revealed to us.